prove the theory all swans are white wrong? How many?
Just one.
Just one. Yeah, exactly. Just one. You don't need a whole bunch. Does not matter how many white swans I had already found. I just need that one black swan. Stellar eclipse is the black swan for lunar eclipses. That one thing, because of its geometric impossibility within the model, proves that the whole solar eclipse, lunar eclipse crap is actually that crap. Any horizon, any horizon solar eclipse is also another black swan, because neither one of those can happen geometrically in the model. They can't happen. They are geometrically impossible.
Okay, so how would you explain Bailey's beads and the diamond run effect?
I don't know. What do you mean? How do I explain them? I have no fucking idea.
What? Okay.
Would you rather a comforting story? That's wrong? I mean, like, seriously. I just told you, the observation falsifies the model. It does not matter all the stories that go along with it and how awesome they sound.
I would think that the very existence... I'm not saying it proves one theory or another. I'm just saying, like, could we try to explain the Bailey's beads effect?
How could you explain it?
With a theory, and then
but how could you test that theory? That's the thing.
By going
come up with a hypothesis.
What theory would that be, buddy?
You gonna fly to the sun?
Buzzwords in here.
You gonna fly to the sun?
Talking about? You're saying, oh, Bailey's beads. What does that mean?
Fly to the sun.
Is the moon in the flat Earth? Like, do you believe that the moon is a physical object or a light in the sky?
I don't know. I don't believe either one. I don't know. I don't think it's provable.
All right. Does anyone in this voice call believe that the moon is a physical object, or is it a light in the sky?
I don't know.
I believe it's a physical object, but I'm on your side, so I'll stay out of it.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think it's made of cheese.
I was part. I am the flat Earth server. I'm part of.
We don't think. Listen, personally, my personal thing is there's no evidence that lunar eclipses, solar eclipses, have anything to do with the shape of the Earth. The Earth is not involved in it. Do you understand? The Earth is not involved in that celestial phenomenon.
I would think
has
that
nothing to do with it. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but listen, have you ever actually tested this idea?
What idea?
That a lunar eclipse, right? Well, the lunar eclipse is already falsified. I mean, it doesn't even matter what I say past this. But have you ever? Okay. Does a ball cast a? Listen. Does a ball cast a curved shadow on a curved surface? Yes or no?
I would think it does. Yeah.
On a curved surface.
Does a ball cast a curved? I would think that a ball would cast a circular shadow.
A ball will cast a circular shadow on a flat surface. Yeah, that's right. Because it's a projection. It's being projected onto a flat surface. But if that surface is curved, the projection of that shadow, when it crosses the meridian of that curved surface, is going to make an S.
It's not.
You can actually test this physically, which has been done. You take two balls, a light source.
Just
continue. You take two balls and a light source, and just pass one ball in front of the other. You'll notice that this happens. Okay, that you get this.
I think that's going to be a little difficult for this guy. I don't think he has two balls.
I have two balls and a light source.
I don't think you have two balls.
Come on, let's not go there. Anyway, so he might have two balls, but they might not have dropped yet. Listen, this is the easy test. Yeah, so this is the easy test.
Pinnacle of humanity.
So this is. God damn it! No one cares about your feelings. So you can just easily do this test. It doesn't even look like what you see a lunar eclipse is. A sphere-on-sphere shadow does not look like what we see at lunar eclipses.
It would if you were to look at
eclipses also are red. Lunar eclipses are red.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they are.
So you ever seen a red shadow?
I have if the atmosphere. Okay. The way that the moon
so who's feeding your shit? Who's feeding your shit now?
Who's feeding me?
Yeah, who's feeding you shit in your DMs?
Nobody's feeding me shit in my DMs.
Okay, well, just answer the question. Why is it red?
Well, I know that the atmosphere is red when the sun is setting, and that's because the light is turned red because of the thickness of the atmosphere. And so
Okay,
in
then
a
it's not a
globe,
shadow.
in a globe model, the light from the sun goes through the atmosphere
Holy shit. Oh,
and
sorry. I
illuminates
didn't
the
mean to.
atmosphere to be a very bright glowing red. So when the moon is completely covered in shadow, or it's very close to being covered in shadow, then the very little light that trickles through the glowing atmosphere illuminates the moon softly. I saw totality of the moon last month, and it was really, really dim, but it was red. And I think that could be explained by a glowing red atmosphere illuminated by the sun.
What
You
if-
think,
but-
but have you
listen.
tested it?
Yeah,
Have I-
yeah. So check this out. So check this out. If you saw the moon turn blue, would you say it was the blue of the sky turning the freaking moon blue? And what if it was some other color, like yellow? Like, would you say it's like the pre-dawn? Like, you could listen. This is just arbitrary bullshit, right?
I don't understand
Whatever.
what you're
Like,
asking.
the sky makes all sorts of colors, and just like it's turning red. And I just noticed that the sky is red sometimes in a particular place, and that red must be just getting projected to the moon because I feel like it. There's no
Okay.
evidence of that. Do you understand? There's actually no
Can I
evidence of that.
explain?
We know the story. Do you have any evidence of that?
The reason why it's not yellow or blue is because the sky is only red when the sun is low on the horizon, and it would be low on the horizon. In fact, it would technically be set all around the Earth during totality. So the
Just
sky would be
posted a
illuminated
picture
in
with
dark red.
I
You
just
want me to
posted
post a picture of a dark red moon?
I just posted a picture with 48 different colors of the moon, all photographed at the different places, at different places in Italy in a time span of 10 years. There's purple one, there's different colors of red, there's oranges, there's yellows, there's beige, there's browns, there's blues,
That would
there's
make
white.
a cool T-shirt, man.
What do you want? What color do you want?
Yeah, pick a color. Do you understand? You're telling us a story that there's no objective empirical evidence for. It's just a story.
Okay, you want me to build a device, say for example a rocket. You want me to build some sort of rocket so that I could go into space and with my camera record a lunar eclipse and how the atmosphere interacts with the moon. Is that what you're asking me to do?
I don't see a pink moon in there. I think this is kind of homophobic.
Listen, it's not my claim. It's not our claim. We're not claiming freaking, metaphysical certitude. You are. Okay?
Are you saying God's homophobic? Why is there no pink moon in here?
I feel like there's a pink moon at the middle. Like those.
This is not all inclusive. That's lavender.
Look, you're claiming that okay, not us. You have no evidence for it. You said that to get that evidence, you need to do some extreme task. So why do you believe it?
Because I used logic. The setting sun is red. If the world is a globe, then the sun would be set and the horizon would be illuminated by that. Me thinking logically, using the assumption that it is a globe, and then it would cast very dim but very present illumination out of the moon during totality, and it would appear to be a dim red, and it does appear to be a dim red. So
When
my
the
logic
entire
in my head.
Listen, the entire body of the moon is red. It's not like the edge, right? It's not like the edge of the Earth where the sun is shining through, right? So you have the edge, like this rounded thing that you think is being projected on the moon. Just that edge is red, and then the rest is black, right? The whole thing is red, not just a portion of it, the entire thing. So is the sunlight shining through the Earth, and then like the lava is projecting red onto the moon?
It is not.
It's the formological affirm the consequent fallacy, right? I could say that it's red because of stoplights, right?
Because
you see how because the stoplights on Earth glow red. Right, you see how you can't really disprove what I've said. I can't prove what I've said. I can't disprove what you said.
Check.
Right?
Check.
Jack, we hear you.
What? I'm using
see what I'm saying, though?
I have no actual proof. I'm just using the logic that I come up with my observations.
You're not actually using logic. What
It's a
he's trying to
fallacy.
tell you is it's not logic, it's actually irrational. It's called affirming the consequent. It's a logical fallacy.
Right. In order to prove your cause, you need to remove the cause from the experiment and see if it still happens or not.
Okay, so you want me to remove the Earth, or you want me to remove the atmosphere from the moon and see if the moon... All right, well, I mean, if you would believe
Your claim, dude.
See,
All right.
the thing is that you can't do that. It's not science, right? Because you can't manipulate the variables in space. You may think that you can, but in reality, you can't.
How about
So if you're talking about... Hold on, bro. Hold on.
All right.
I'm almost done. I haven't been talking very much.
All right, hold on.
You
There's
could
a
take all of...
in my room.
You could take all of cosmology and theoretical astrophysics, and you could just take it out of all the science books, and that would be completely correct. It's just philosophy. You
Hold
can't
on. Can you hear
manipulate
this?
the
Can you hear
independent
this loud
variables.
TV?
Bro, I'm not trying
Okay.
to listen to your TV.
Neither am I. I'm trying to wait till it gets turned down. Okay. What?
Check this out. You know what Copernicus is?
Yeah.
Nicholas Copernicus came up with this heliocentric model. He wrote The Revolutions of Heavenly Bodies. This is how all this shit storm started.
Yeah.
Even he wrote, we can never know the true causes. Okay, it's in the foreword of The Revolution of the Heavenly Bodies. That we can come up with hypotheses and reasons and blah, 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 but we can never know the true causes. Because even he knew that all we can do is look at the shit and tell stories. That's all we'll ever be able to do. We can look at the shit and tell ourselves stories. That's all they've been doing for 10,000 years or 100,000 years, if you believe in evolution, to 1.5 million years. Been looking at the sky. We've been telling ourselves stories about the sky, about what it's doing. Only now do we think that, like, it's like, you know, some brainiac fucking exercise to look at the sky and tell a story. It's a story. Looking at the sky, right, and coming up with causal mechanisms for things you see is not the same as going in a chemistry lab and doing a chemical reaction, right? Or freaking boiling water, or any number of like real experiments that determine cause and effect. It's not the same thing. These are simply observations, and then someone has made a mathematical model to predict the cycles of what they see, and then attach the story to it to make it just... That's how we learn. That's how human beings learn. We tell each other stories.
It's a cool story, bro. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but that's all it is. It's just a story.
Yeah, it's the hypothesis that I developed using my brain logic. So I would like